guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have with me
Pablo,
and this is my boyfriend, and we're just going to be talking to you guys a little bit about relationships, and we're going to be posting some more videos about relationships, so I hope you guys really like this. And it's going to be kind of like an interview type of thing. They're just going to be asking us questions and we're going to answer them as best as we can. So let's get to it.
Okay, for you, when's the ideal time to get in a relationship? Like the
age. I think, do you want to say it?
I think age is important.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, because we first started dating when we were 18. I was 18 or 17.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had my own car, and I kind of worked in the summer and the weekend, so I was able to actually pay for her things. So I think once you don't have to ask your parents for money. I think that's
a good point.
At least, I mean, that's just the basic.
Yeah.
Because then there's a maturity level too. And if you want to talk about that.
I think it's also important that you guys are mature, because when we started dating at the beginning, we were really young and we would always have problems because we were immature. We were very egocentric, if that makes sense. We wanted our own things and we weren't able to compromise. So once you are more mature, you're able to compromise better. So there's not an exact age, but I think you do need to pray about it, and you need to be able to be mature about it and seek help before you start in a relationship, so you're more ready for it and not just jump into it without being prepared.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, okay. So the second question is, what is something that you liked in each other, and what do you think are some important qualities that a relationship should have?
Okay. I really like that Pablo really is hardworking and he's helpful to everybody. He's always helping everybody, so I really love that about his character. Do you want to?
Something that I like about the Jazmin is that she loves to serve. I mean, she could literally say yes to everything that they tell her to at church, and that's something that's I mean, it speaks a lot from her, especially at a young age.
What are some qualities you think people should look for a relationship? Like
For a relationship?
I mean, that they're both serving God. At least that they're involved at church doing something. And so
I think that they are selfless, that they are always giving to others, and that they have a heart that is selfless. I think in order to be in a relationship and for it to work, you need to not be selfish. So I think that's a really important one. Yes.
Okay. What are some tips on when you have an argument and how to solve those?
Okay. I think we have to be really quick to listen right to each other, not to kind of to like filter your words. I think it's important to be filtering your words, because sometimes we might say things that we didn't mean to, and we might hurt the other person, and then we regret it right away. Yeah. So I think when you are starting in your relationship, that happens a lot. So filtering your words is really important. Something
that I do quite often is, if something is gonna bother me, or if I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt her, or that I know I'm gonna regret it later on, is I just tell her I need to stop texting her, and then I just pick whatever time I need, and then I'll text her later on once I've cooled down.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same with you. I don't know if that. Yeah. And definitely not going to sleep mad at each other is something that we try to work things before we go to sleep. I mean, yeah. If it's later in the night or...
And that was something we didn't do at the beginning of the relationship. We would always just be like, screw you, and then I would just go to sleep and not text them back.
No good night text.
Yeah, no good night text. So it's important to don't go to sleep angry at each other. That's really
try
key.
to fix the problem
before,
or the like argument
right away.
Before. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, another thing is about boundaries and rules. What do you think are some boundaries that each relationship should have? And then for Pablo, what do you think are some things that guys should work on? With boundaries.
Okay. So I think it's something that is not talked about so much, but I think it's important to state, we're human. Everybody is, we're flawed, and it's hard to remain pure until marriage. So things that are important are boundaries and rules. And for us, I think what really has worked is for us to not be out so late alone, and that's something that my parents did quite at the beginning, but it's something that we've embraced now. So it's important to not be out alone the whole time, especially when it's really dark or late. So I would say that it's really key.
that allows certain things to happen. If
Yeah,
you're
and so you don't want to put yourself in a place where you're compromising your morals.
Exactly. And then I think for a guy, setting boundaries is having respect. I think you have to respect the your girlfriend, and I mean that way you don't take advantage of her. And then also, I mean, you will know because I mean she will set boundaries
As
from
well.
you as well.
Yes.
So I mean that's important to set up from the beginning, so that way you're not trying to be all handsy and everything on. I mean, and that I mean that's going to be very important. And yeah.
That's a really good point. Any more?
Okay, so another thing is, how much time do you guys usually spend with each other, and what do you think should be the healthy amount of time that people spend with their significant other?
I think for us, you know, speaking for us and what we think has worked the best is not to see each other every day.
Well,
I think it's important, you know, maybe just to set, like, obviously you do want to spend time with your other special person, but not every day, because it's important to not be spending time all the time, too much time. That's
because you also want to make time for your friends, make time for her friends. I mean,
yep.
And also, what were we talking about? Also, when we set boundaries and not seeing each other that long, when we do see each other, that time that we spend, I think is very special.
Yeah.
And we cherish that time.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. What role should God play in your relationship?
Should be priority.
Yeah,
Should be
priority. He should be number one, and he should be number one in my life, and he should be number one in his life. I think it's important that we don't prioritize each other first, but that we prioritize God, because when you do that, everything just falls into place and it just works perfectly.
Yeah, and I think as couples, when you first start going out, it's really hard because you're in love with your new girlfriend or whatever, and then especially like the first weeks, months, whatever, you're like all you want to do is just think about her. Yeah. And yes, I mean, it goes sometimes it goes to the point that I want to go to churches to see her. So make sure that doesn't happen. I know it's really hard, but
as you are into the relationship, you're going to be able to adjust to be able to both of you put God first.
I mean, no one's perfect. I mean, it's gonna happen sometimes, and then just as long as you realize that what you're doing is wrong, I mean, you just change it up.
Yes. Yeah. If you
comment section.
Yes. So comment down below if you guys have any questions.
Other questions that we may.
Yeah. And thank you guys for watching, and we really hope you guys like this video. God bless you.